Welcome back to the Chicago White Sox Draft Only franchise. Well, we had quite the fireworks in the last 2 weeks of last episode with 3 walk-off home runs and a pinch hit grand slam in the top of the ninth. And I'm not going to promise that we're going to have that kind of episode again, but what we will do is go more into the scouting here. I will hopefully progress much further along this time, and maybe we'll get a sense of what this draft really looks like. Did go back and look through our depth chart and what we need, what we've taken in other drafts, and I need to make sure that I look at some of the closers. We have Garrett Lewis that we took. We found Derek Denson, but we need some other relief pitchers in this bullpen that are younger and have more upside than the guys we're going with, because we're going with a bunch of guys in their 30s that are mostly C potentials, and they're starting to regress and age out. So we have 3 picks early. We go back in here. We pick at 1 first overall, 31 and 34, all in the first round. Then we pick again at 42. So we have 4 picks in the top 42. So there should be plenty of room in there for us to get at least one relief pitcher. We'll see what the best player is for the first overall pick, if it's a pitcher, if it's a hitter, and then we can adjust from there. So we might be able to come out of that with 2 pitchers and 2 hitters. I don't know, kind of depends on what we find through our scouting. But right now, we're wrapping up. This will be the last week for us to scout Central. We found 4 more guys in the East, and we're going to head to the East after this week. We scout these Central pitchers. We just scouted up this Miles Barreto. Looks like he's going to be high C, although it probably is going to be in the low Bs, in the low 60s overall at 19 years old. He's got a chance to have decent power, especially good hitting, contact against lefties. Can play all 3 outfield plus first base. Has great speed and stealing, decent defense. So if he comes in on the higher end, be a nice player, but he's not going to be first overall pick caliber. So I will find someone else and throw them in that slot. And we're going to go discover, I think, what is this, week 5? We'll probably do week 5 and week 6 for pitching in the East. And then we're going to switch and start trying to find some hitters, specifically in the outfield. I've already drafted a whole bunch of infielders and drafted a bunch of catchers, signed some catchers as free agents. So we need to try and find somebody that can play right field, or get a stud center fielder and move Roman Anthony full-time to right field. But that's what we're going to focus on. This one is providing you more of a look into the draft class, and we'll bring you some more highlights on the Major League side. I'm not really interested in showing a lot of the guys in the minor leagues. We've got a bunch of prospects up in the majors now. We need to focus on them. And if we stay close to the playoff hunt, I might be tempted to make a change. Let me back out of here and go to our roster. I might be interested in bringing up Anthony Medrano, and instead of bringing him up to pitch all next year and be eligible for the Rookie of the Year award. If we're close to the playoffs, I might just go ahead, bring him up in the middle of the season and throw him in the rotation at number 5, and send Shane Drohan down and go with our highest overall pitchers, which would be these 4 here. And McLean's going to stay up in the majors regardless, and see what happens there. Both McCann brothers need more time down in the minor leagues. Bellotti, he's doing well, but he's regressing. He's already dropping 73 overall, and he's 35 years old. So we really need Lewis to get better. And I've also moved Jared Kelly to the closer role because Lewis has had some trouble blowing games. So Kelly's going to go at closing. Remember, he was the closer down in AA the first year that we played. So anyway, enough of that. I'm going to get some more scouting in here. I'll show you the results of that, and then we'll get into some gameplay. And another big-time injury hits us as Jeremy De La Rosa, our starting center fielder, fractures his shin. He's going to be out 1 to 2 months. So that'll move Roman Anthony back to center field, unless I decide to bring up Sam Zavala to play center, or Colby Thomas or someone else like that. But that's a consistent left-handed bat in our lineup, making contact better than most. And he's going to be gone for a month or 2, and so we'll have to put him on the DL and figure it out. And I decided we're going to call up Matt Koperniak. We'll stick him in left field, move Pinckney and Rincones back to right, put Roman Anthony at center field, and see how that goes. Koperniak can platoon with Rocha in left, and Rocha can also platoon with Groshans at third. And we scouted Randy Decker, center fielder, trying to find somebody that we can take with one of those late first-round picks or the second-round pick. See draft rank of 49, and our scouts have him as number 11. So as long as he doesn't go way earlier than I expect, that is someone we could definitely take with one of those picks in the 30s. You can see his potential is at least an 85 up to 95 potential. Overall 56 to 66. So he's probably going to come in somewhere high 80s and the high 50s, I would imagine. Although, man, if he comes in on the upper side, maybe get an A potential in the low to mid 60s. That would be awesome. He's got pretty decent contact stuff all the way across. A little light on the power, but comes in on the higher side, that would be okay. Excellent speed, good stealing, passable defense, center fielder, 6'4", 205, so you could play either left or right if you needed to. He's a big boy. And he's a switch hitter. I love switch hitters. So, all right, we'll add him to our list of possibilities with one of those 4 picks in the top 42. And we'll take a look at some of these pitchers that we have at least 80% scouted. We got Kurt Masterson, ranked 45. We have him as the number 3 pitcher. Looks like he's going to at least be a B potential, possible A, all the way up to 97. So comes in the higher end. He'll be a really good pitcher. 18 years old, right-handed pitcher. Great velocity, great break, decent stamina. Hits are a little low, but all the other per-nines are pretty good. 4-pitch mix, you like that. So he'll definitely be near the top. Benny Hurd is East, so we're going to get him in the next 5 weeks of scouting. We're going to do the East region, so we'll take care of him. Evan Gomez we'll have to do individually if we want him. Proville's East, so we'll get him. Not rated, number 9, Sal McKinney. Wow, okay. And we'll get him on the East, so that's good. We might have someone right here that could jump all the way to the top of the board to get him scouted for sure. And Damon Fairchild's another one I have to do individually, so we might have some pitchers. Finnegan's probably going to go. We're not going to take him first overall, so he'll probably be gone before we get to the other picks in the 30s. But we're starting to stack up some guys we could possibly take, and looking pretty good, especially this Finnegan. Wow. Not rated. Pretty good numbers. Walks and home runs a little bit low. 3-pitch pitcher, though. We can always give him a changeup. An 18-year-old right-handed pitcher, so he's definitely going to be on the radar to scout. Well, he's going to be individual. We may finish him off to see where he truly is, because he's going to get up to 80%. So at least we have a good foundation for some of these starting pitchers early on, and get a lot of these guys scouted once we get through the East. And we're going to scout Leo Molina, right fielder. Looks like he's great contact vision, discipline. Power's kind of so-so, depends on where it rolls in there. His defense is not going to be strong. Could be okay if it's on the upper end. Great speed and stealing. So this guy could definitely be someone we could shift over and play center field with that skill set and be a great leadoff hitter. So let's get him scouted up. You can see we started the month of May winning 3 out of 4. And since then, we've lost 7 straight games. Shane Drohan has not done the job as our number 5 starter. You can see at the top, he's 0-4 with an ERA closing in on 7. And if we go down to AAA, Anthony Medrano, it's only 1-2, but he has an ERA of 1.20. So we are not going to wait around anymore. This team needs a kick in the pants right now. So I am going to send Shane Drohan, has all of his options, down to AAA. And we're going to bring up Anthony Medrano for his Major League debut, and I'm going to show you that right now. And I've been waiting for this day since we drafted Anthony Medrano back in year 1. Sox travel to Houston, take on the Astros, and Anthony Medrano making his Major League debut against a pretty loaded lineup, even though the record doesn't show it. And I cannot wait to get into this game and see how he does. You can see his AAA stats this year, 1-2, 33 strikeouts, only 5 walks in 52 innings, a 1.2 ERA, and a 0.96 whip. See, the Sox did not score in the top of the first, so we head to the bottom. Anthony Medrano making his debut. First batter he's going to face in the pros is Jose Altuve. All right, leading off, Altuve hitting 243. He's got 5 home runs, 18 RBI in the season, and he's going to hit this fly ball down the left field line. And Martinez is going to have that just in foul territory. Not much room down there for the first out. And steps Jeremy Pena. So he's hitting 240 on the year. And he hits one into left field, a little soft floater. And Martinez runs in and catches that as well for the second out. Now bringing up a dangerous hitter, Yordan Alvarez, hitting 300. 1-2 pitch. And he swings the changeup off the plate to Medrano's first major league strikeout is Yordan Alvarez. How about that? And the Sox do score a run in the top of the second inning. Caglione with a leadoff double, and Rocha singled him in. So we head to the bottom half. Medrano is first lead in the majors, facing Jonah Bride. See Bride hitting .331. He's got 13 home runs and 31 RBIs. He is definitely their main man right now. And he's going to get hit up and in. Medrano, pitch got away. Bride doesn't like it. He's going to be down to first base now with nobody out. Alex Bregman in, another dangerous hitter. 2-2 count. And he's going to swing and miss at the changeup. That's a filthy pitch by Medrano. And that's the first out of the inning. Second strikeout for Medrano. That'll bring up catcher Yainer Diaz, hitting .268. You got 1 on, 1 out. Medrano's pitch is a broken bat pop fly, and Rocha is going to come in and grab it just above the ground there for the second out. That'll bring in right fielder Chas McCormick. He's struggling at 158. And he keeps struggling as he strikes out on the sinker. So Medrano strikes out 2 in the inning. 3 of his last 4 outs have been strikeouts. And the Sox lead after 2 innings, 1-0. White Sox would go down 1-2-3 in the third, so we head to the bottom of the inning. Bottom 2 in the order, then back to the top. It's Medrano pitching well so far. DH Pedro Leon leading off. You can see hitting .340, 3 home runs, 10 RBI. It's a great average. It should probably be higher in the order, hitting .340. Medrano's 2-1 pitch is going to be shot into center field. Anthony running over, and that's going to get by him and go all the way to the wall, out by the bullpen. Gets the ball, throws it back in, and Leon's going to have a leadoff double here in the third inning. It's his first hit allowed for Medrano. The Astros have a man in scoring position now with nobody out. Center fielder Zach Cole in. 9th place hitter. 1-1 pitch from Medrano. There's going to be a fly ball on the left. Martinez is busy today. That's his 3rd put out already. And there's 1 down. That'll bring up Jose Altuve. Fouled out his first time. Medrano's 2-1 pitch. And that's going to be a base hit past Rocha into right field. Runner's going to round third. Throw comes in. It's offline, and he's safe. Man, good throw. Might have had him. We have a tie game now as Altuve gets the RBI, and that'll bring up Jeremy Pena. 1 on, 1 out. Medrano's 2-2 pitch is another broken bat. Little bleeder up the first base line. Medrano spins and throws and gets him for the second out as Altuve moves the second on the play. Nice hustle by the pitcher there. Another chance for here for Alvarez. Man in scoring position, 2 outs. He struck out his first time. And he's going to strike out on a wicked slider for his 2nd K in a row. Anthony Medrano gets himself out of a little bit of jam there. Does give up a run. He's handled Yordan Alvarez with ease today. As we go to the 4th, it's 1-1. Sox would get a couple of singles in the top of the 4th, but nothing would materialize out of that. So we head to the bottom half now. Jonah Bride back up, hit by pitches, first time. And he's going to hit a shot down the right field line. That's going to be down and into the corner. Another extra base hit for the Astros. Rincones gets the ball back in. And it's going to be a double for Jonah Bride. They get their leadoff man in scoring position here to start the 4th inning. That brings up Bregman. He struck out his first time. Medrano's 1-2 pitch is going to be a pop-up in shallow left field. Maybe not quite so shallow. Martinez over by the line. He's going to have that for the first out. The runner holds. That'll bring up catcher Yainer Diaz. And at second, 1 out. 3-2 pitch. It's going to be a base hit past the second baseman into right field. Throw comes in, and it's going to hold Bride at third base. Good bat, but not much in the running aspect. And that'll bring up Chas McCormick, the right fielder. 2 on, 1 out. And it's going to be a base hit through the hole in the left field, and the Astros are going to take a 2-1 lead. 3 hits in the inning. Medrano, bit of trouble now. Leon up. Had to double his first at-bat. 2 on, 1 out, 1-2 pitch. And he swings at a wicked slider down and in, almost hit his shin. And that's a second out. That was a clutch strikeout from Medrano there. Keep the runners where they are. Still have the force out. That brings up Zach Cole. 3-1 pitch to him is going to be high for ball 4. So that's Medrano's first walk. That'll load the bases. Flirting with disaster now as Altuve had an RBI single his last time. Bases loaded now. 2 out. 2-run game. Astros threatening to blow it wide open here in the 4th. Medrano's 1-2 pitch. And it's another changeup down. He's gotten 3 strikeouts on that pitch today. I mean, he's needed every one of them as he bails himself out of a huge jam and only allows 1 run as the Astros lead 2-1. In the top of the 5th inning, Kasevich had a leadoff single, and he was erased in a double play. So now we'll head to the bottom half, and that's going to be it for Medrano. Steve Kolek coming into the game in relief here, trying to hold this down while the offense tries to figure it out. Medrano expected him to go longer, but he threw a whole lot of pitches, especially in that 4th inning, and the Astros hold on and win 2-1. Valdez goes to 6-1. Medrano drops to 0-1. Josh Hader picks up his 7th save as the Astros sweep the White Sox. Let's check out this box score. 2 hits for Caglione, 3 for Rocha, 2 for Caro. Jack had an only extra base hit of the game for us. Medrano did not pitch badly at all. Bullpen did a great job, but can't win if you can't score. Framber Valdez dominated us. See what the Astros did. Altuve, 2 hits and an RBI, 2 hits for Bride, double by Bride and Leone. As I said, Valdez pretty much dominated us, and the bullpen shut it down, and the Sox get swept in Houston. And Anthony Medrano pitched well in his debut, but the Sox got swept by the Astros after being swept by Seattle. On an 8-game losing streak, they go to home, play the Texas Rangers, and get the 5-3 win. Walk-off win in the 14th inning. Roman Anthony goes 4 for 7. Colson Montgomery hits a home run. Art Rocha hits the walk-off home run in the 14th inning. Carrick had 3 hits as well. Couple of steals. Hagen Smith pitched great. Davis blows the save, but the rest of the relievers after him, Patino and Hernandez, throw 6 shutout innings in relief, and Rocha walks it off. That's our 4th walk-off win of the season already. And Anthony Medrano does not win in his Major League debut, but in his second start, this time against the Twins, he does get the win. 2-1 victory for the White Sox. Go to the box score here. See a couple hits by Rocha and 2 by Rincones. Jack Caglione with a solo shot. Medrano, 8 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 5 walks. It's a lot of walks. Only 1 strikeout, but 1 run allowed. And Bellotti comes in and gets the save. So the rookie gets his first Major League win. There we go, Anthony. The very next day, the Sox get the series sweep over the Twins. 8-6 win. Check out this box score. Larnach had 3 hits. Danny Jansen hit a home run. Our side, 3 hits from Montgomery. Jack has 2. Rocha, 3 and 2 RBIs. Ward, 2 and 2 RBIs. Carrick, 3 hits and an RBI. But the man, Juan Brito, hits a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th after we blow the save in the top of the 8th. And we get the walk-off win at home again. That's 5 already through a month and a half. 5. And we finished up the scouting on Leo Molina, and he doesn't look as good as he did initially. Be lucky to finish with a B potential somewhere in the high 50s, low 60s. Great contact, though. Not much power. Not terrible power, but not great. Great batter, great speed and stealing. Defense is kind of sus, but I would be shocked if he came in on the higher end. But hey, I'd be glad to be surprised. We searched for some outfielders. The International didn't get any. Let's try and edit that and go central, see if we can find somebody in the outfield. And we've got 3 more weeks in the East, and we'll have all of those guys scouted to at least 80%. And since Anthony Medrano only went 4 innings in his Major League debut, and we didn't get to see his first Major League win on camera, saw it in the sim, we're going to go ahead and player lock on him again and get another start of his in the month of May. And this time we're going to be at Cleveland, taking on the Indians, as Medrano faces off with Yusei Kikuchi. And let's hope he has a better game this time. Not that it was bad last time. He just ran out of gas too early. So we'd like to see him get a lot of innings in and get a good start. So let's hop in here and find out how he does. And we'll get our second look at Anthony Medrano as he takes on the Cleveland Guardians and Yusei Kikuchi. See the Sox 25-29 trying to work their way back up to the 500 mark. 4.5 games behind Cleveland. Sox did not score in the first. Montgomery had a 2-out triple, but he was stranded, so we head to the bottom of the inning. See how Medrano takes on the Indians hitters. Leading off, Jake Fraley, right fielder. See, he's hitting 256. And he's going to hit one into left field, and that's going to drop, and that's going to be a base hit. Leadoff man gets on for the Guardians. That'll bring in center fielder Stephen Kwan, hitting 271. Medrano's 1-2 pitch. And he swings and misses on that changeup. We saw how devastating that was against the Astros. He gets his first strikeout of this game. So now we have 1 on, 1 out. David Fry, the DH, up. 3-2 count. And the pitch is going to be a ground ball to second. Flip to short, on to first, and a nice 4-6-3 double play. Ends the inning. Medrano pitches out of a little bit of jam here. It's a strikeout and a double play as we head to the second. This game is still scoreless. And the Sox would get a 2-out walk by Jordan Groshans, and Andrew Pinckney would drive him in with an RBI double to give us a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the second. And leading off for Cleveland is going to be catcher Shea Langoliers. You can see he's struggling, hitting 175. And he's going to keep struggling as Medrano gets another strikeout on that nasty changeup. Second of the game. That'll bring up Jose Ramirez, hitting a little lower in the order than he did on opening day. And he's going to hit a fly ball in the center field, and Anthony's going to drift over and have that for the second out. Nice to see Anthony back in his old position, center field. That'll bring in left fielder Taylor Ward, hitting 266. He's going to hit a little blooper in the center field. That's going to be a base hit. So Cleveland, it's a 2-out base runner. Trying to make some 2-out magic going here. Next up, first baseman John Kenzie Noel. 1-1 count. Pitch from Medrano on the way, and it's a strike, throw down, and he's out. Taylor Ward was gunned down with ease. Nice play there by Edgar Caro. And Cleveland runs themselves out of an inning. Look at this nice strong throw on the bag. Quick tag. And we're going to go to the third. It's 1-0 White Sox. And Anthony would hit a leadoff double, but he would be stranded at third base. So we go to the bottom of the inning. It's still 1-0 Chicago. Leading off, John Kenzie Noel. He was at bat when Taylor Ward was caught stealing in the other inning. And he's going to hit a little blooper into right, and that's going to drop and be a base hit. So Cleveland gets their leadoff man on again. Brings in shortstop Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. 1 on, nobody out. 2-2 pitch from Medrano. It's going to be a shot into right field. Pinckney's going to drift back to the track and have it on the run and get the ball back in. So now we have 1 out and a man on first. That'll bring in second baseman Andres Jimenez. You see hitting 297. Had a good year so far. Medrano's 2-2 pitch. And he swings and misses on the changeup again. Huge strikeout pitch from Medrano. A lot of people think it's a fastball. With him, it's that devastating changeup. And that'll bring up Jake Fraley. Singles his first time up. We got 1 on and 2 out. His 1-1 pitch is going to be a hit into left field. Martinez is going to drift back and have it, and that's going to be the third out. So we head to the fourth. Sox leading 1-0. And Chicago would get a leadoff hit in the fourth inning, but that would be wiped out on a double play. So we head to the bottom of the inning, still 1-0. Stephen Kwan leading off. Struck out his first time. And he's going to strike out again, this time on the cutter. So Medrano up to 4 Ks already in the fourth, not known as a strikeout pitcher. Look at this nice ump cam here, way out in front on the cutter. That's the first out of the inning. That'll bring up DH David Fry. Hit into a double play his first time. He's going to hit a ground ball to second. Kasevich grabs, throw to first, and they're 2 down. That'll bring up Shea Langoliers. Struck out his first time. 2-2 pitch is going to be a shot into center field. And that's going to go all the way to the wall, or at least cut off in front of the wall by Anthony. Throw comes back in, and Langoliers is in with a double. So now Cleveland has a man in scoring position with 2 outs. Looking to tie this game. I'll bring up third baseman Jose Ramirez. 1-1 pitch. Give me a ground ball to third. Groshans grab, throw across the diamond, and Sox dodge a bullet there. Guardians trying to get those 2-out rallies, haven't been successful. As we go to the 5th, it's 1-0 Chicago. And the Sox would get 2 men on with 2 out in the 5th, but wouldn't score. So now we head to the bottom half of the inning. Taylor Ward leading off for Cleveland. Medrano's 2-1 pitch is going to be a smash up the middle. That's going to get into center field. Cleveland's going to have another leadoff man on base. So we got 1 on, nobody out. John Kinsey, Noel up. Medrano's 2-2 pitch, and he swings and misses on the cutter, down and in, off the plate. Strikeout number 5 from Medrano. Big out there. Now if they can get a double play and get out of this inning. Kiner Falefa up. 1-1 pitch from Medrano. It's going to be a ground ball to first. Rocha grabs, throws to short. Monty back to first, and just like that, sometimes you got to speak it into existence. 3-6-3 double play ends the inning. Medrano cruising along here as the Sox lead 1-0 after 5. Trying to make up ground in the division. In the top of the 6th, Sox would get 2 men on but wouldn't score, so we had the bottom half of the inning. Leading off for Cleveland's number 9 hitter, Andres Jimenez. The 1-1 pitch to him is going to be a fly ball into left field. Martinez is going to easily drift over and catch that for the first out. That'll bring up Jake Fraley. Single to lead off the game, Cleveland. And here's a shot down the right field line. Is that going to be fair? No, it just hooks foul. Almost tied the game on that one. Now we got a full count. Medrano's pitch, and he swings through the cutter and strikes out. So Medrano avoids a game-tying home run and gets his 6th strikeout. And that'll bring in Stephen Kwan. He's going to ground ball to short. Monty grabs, throws on a run, and he gets him with ease. So through 6 innings, it's still 1-0 Chicago. So you got to get the offense going. See Anthony Montgomery and Caglione coming up. And Sam Hinkes came in to pitch for Cleveland. Monty got a 1-out double. He was stranded, so we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, still 1-0 Chicago. Anthony Medrano pitching a gem here. David Fry leading off. 1-1 pitch. It's going to be a fly ball into right. Rincone's going to drift back, and he's going to have that for the first out. Bring in a catcher, Shea Langeliers. Langeliers doubled his last time. 1-1 pitch from Medrano. And it's going to be a base hit into right field. So Cleveland gets a tying run on here in the 7th with 1 out. And that's going to be all for Medrano. Great start so far. 6 1/3 innings. And we're going to turn this over to the bullpen and try and save this win for him. Coming in is going to be Luis Patino, and see what he's done on the season. And he would shut down Cleveland in the inning. As we head to the 8th inning, Edgar Caro leads off with a triple. Groshans walks. Pinckney gets a fielder's choice. Kasevich gets a hit and makes it 2-0 Chicago. Then we head to the 9th. Montgomery leads off. Cleveland brings in a new pitcher, and Montgomery doubles to go 5 for 5. Caglione grounds out. Rocha singles in Montgomery. Makes it 3-0 White Sox. Then the Sox would hang on to win 3-0. Medrano picking up his 2nd win. Kikuchi takes the loss. Andrew Bellotti gets his 12th save. We'll check out this box score. Said Colson Montgomery, 5 for 5. He had 2 singles, 2 doubles, and a triple. 2 hits for Caro. RBIs by Pinckney and Kasevich and Rocha. See, Caro also had a triple. Pitching side, Anthony Medrano, 6 shutout innings, 6 hits, no walks, 6 Ks. Bullpen shuts it down the last 2 2/3. And Cleveland, Langeliers 3 hits, Ward 2 hits. They can't get any runs in. Kikuchi pitched well. Bullpen gives up 2 late runs, and the Sox win. And the Sox turn it on as they hit the second half of the month. They've won 10 games and lost 5 in the last 2.5 weeks. Moved their record back to 29-31. And check this out. We get another walk-off win in the bottom of the 9th. Wasn't a home run this time. It was just a Josh Kasevich base hit. But they rallied in the bottom of the inning, get the win. Henriquez gets the win in relief after Bellotti blows the save in the top half. Andrew Medrano, another quality start. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 walk, 4 Ks, 7 innings. Didn't get the win, but he's 2-1 now with a 1.40 ERA. What a great start to his major league career. Now let's jump into the scouting real quick. Look at this left fielder, Garrett Lorenz. A little bit older at 22, but he's 100% scouted, and he looks like he's going to be an A potential somewhere in the 60s. And good hit skills, pretty decent power. He's kind of average all the way across the board. Nothing great, nothing poor. And a really good speed as well. So 6'4", 239. He's a big guy. He can play all 3 outfield spots. Maybe we can play him in right. Who knows? But he's coming in at 34. I don't know that he's worthy of getting the overall #1 pick. But if he's there at pick 31, I would definitely take him. A guy who could be another A potential in the 60s, even though he's 22. And looks like he's pretty all around even and very good. So that would definitely be someone to take with one of those 2 picks in the 30s. And let's go in here and look at the pitchers real quick. Getting closer to getting them up to 80%. Hurd, looking like he's top 5. Armas, another guy, top 5. B potential guy, somewhere hopefully in the 60s. Proville's got a little bit more to go here. Got him down as a top 10 guy, though. Acevedo, another one sneaking up into the top 10. And where's our non-rated guy? There he is. Sal McKinney. He's dropped back a little bit. Home runs and controller down. Pitch breaks down. But if he can keep there or maybe drop a little bit lower, get back down, we might be able to snag him at the end of the first round, second round. Somewhere in that range. Maybe he'll slide to the third if no one takes him by the time we get to pick 42. Wade Mosley's creeping his way in there as well. So we got a lot of pitching options, intriguing options. We'll look at those more in depth as we get closer to the draft. But we're starting to get some pitching prospects. And if we can snake 2 pitchers and a hitter and a relief pitcher, 2 starting pitchers, a relief pitcher and a hitter, or a starter and a reliever and 2 hitters, or just 1 good hitter, a couple of starters, and a reliever out of those top 4 picks, I'm going to be ecstatic. After that, whatever we get is just gravy. But hopefully we can still keep scouting. Didn't find anybody in the Central. Let's go east for the outfield. Give them 1 more week, and then we'll hit the infield. Maybe we can find somebody that can play outfield as well. And we've got 2 more weeks to scout pitchers. We'll get them mostly done, and then we can start hitting up individual starters or individual relievers and try and get a better picture of what we're going to take with those first 3 picks. While we have a chance here, let's check out the injured list. You can see our guys. Dexter Watley, fractured hand. Estimated time back 1 to 2 weeks. DL time left is 13 days, so he's looking like he'll be back sometime in the middle of June. So hopefully that's on the earlier side than the later side of the projections of when he first got injured. So that's good. Get him back quick, get him back to speed, and get him going. Jeremy De La Rosa, his broken leg, he's got 3 to 4 more weeks, so he's probably not going to come back until closer to the All-Star break. Let's go check out the standings and the stats. You can see the Sox 29 and 32, 9 games behind the Tigers, 3.5 games out of the wild card, climbing our way back up. You can see we're 20 and 12 at home, and a lot of those are coming on those walk-off home runs and hits in the bottom of the 9th inning or extra innings. So that's where we're getting a lot of those runs, and we're only 9 and 20 on the road. Team stats. Jack Caglione leads with 66 hits, 13 home runs, 37 RBI, hitting .275. Colson Montgomery, who was in the 290s, dropped down as low as like 216, and he's bounced back up, especially 5-for-5 game. That'll help. Leads the team in runs scored, 11 home runs, 32 RBI, back up to 272. Roman Anthony's been hanging around 250 for most of the year. That's good. He's been bouncing around between leadoff, number 2, so his RBI and home run totals are not going to be outstanding. Art Rocha is keeping that average around 250. I'll take that. 7 home runs, 22 RBIs, thrown in 6 steals. Brito and Ward. Okay, Cole Carrick was up around 300. He's dropped back down a little. Can't wait to get De La Rosa back. Pinckney's struggling. Koperniak's struggling. Pitching side, Hagen Smith, 2 and 5. Really some tough luck. He's pitched better, deserves more wins. Bullpen's blowing games. 2.88 ERA, 1.23 WHIP. His walks have been on the rise a little bit lately. got lit up in his last start. I think he gave up like 10 hits in 5 innings, but he's hanging in there, sub-3 ERA, so you got to be happy with his progress so far. And yeah, you can see home runs per 9, up 3, hits per 9, up 2. Davey Garcia had some real good starts, had some stinkers. He's 6-5. Cade Cavalli's doing okay. Nolan McLean's got to get those walks down. He did not walk a ton of guys last year, and it's catching up to him now on a major league level, but he's keeping his ERA down. How many home runs is he allowed? Only 5 home runs, so he can get away with walking some guys as long as he's not giving up home runs. So I'll take that. And Anthony Medrano, there we go. 19 hits, 25 innings, only 4 runs, no home runs, 7 walks, 17 strikeouts, 2-1 in 4 starts. And it was the correct time to bring him up to the majors. He's knocking down that 5th spot in the rotation at the moment. And Cade Cavalli's the other guy that's on the bubble. As soon as we get some more guys down there, Ricky and Kevin McCann and anybody else down in the minors, it's about time for them to come up. They'll be taking over for either McLean if he regresses, or Cavalli. He's 28. He's still in his prime, but we'll see. We have options. Bullpen-wise, Patino kind of get lit up a little bit lately. Enriquez has got to get those walks down. Same thing with Hernandez. Kolek has gotten better. Our bullpen has cost us some games. You can see we've got 9 losses out of the bullpen. Got a lot of wins because our starting pitchers doing great. Bullpen blows it, and then they get a win. Closer side, Bellotti, 13 saves, 12 walks is, that's ridiculous, but I'll take the 2.03 ERA. The 1.5 whip is a little scary, though. Has he allowed any home runs? Yeah, just 1 home run. So those walks, again, have not come back to haunt him. And let's go down minor leagues again real quick. Double-A, Gerald Perez, surprisingly, 287. Alfredo Villa, at one point he had no home runs, so he's popped 4 this month. DJ Gladney, powers on the rise with 9 home runs. Harvey Williams, he was hitting closer to 300 earlier, so he got hurt, so he slumped since then. Pitching wise, these C potential guys we took have just been outstanding. Conine and Woody Phelps, can see he's close to a strikeout per 9. He's over a strikeout per 9. Bullpen side, Dill's doing well. Franco's doing well. He's still got a ways to go. Those walks and home runs and Ks per 9 are horrendous on his ratings. You can see up there in the right-hand corner. Derek Denson's still doing his thing. 15 saves, ERA just over 2. Go back to the hitting side and go down to AAA. Terrell Tatum, not bad. Too bad he's a D potential. Oh, no, wait. He got pushed up to a C. All right, so Terrell Tatum might be working his way up to the major leagues as a backup or a possible starter in left field. Wow, I'm shocked. I'm glad he's only 27, so I'll take that upgrade to a C. There we go. Michael Chavis doing great. Canones is hitting 221. His average is dipped. Contact crossed over there. 1 against righties, 5 against lefties. That's not good. We got to get him going. Alvin Maddox hit 300 at both levels in the AAA and AA last year. He's only hitting 235. I was ready to put him at second base to start the season, so he's going to have to do some more work. Pitching-wise, Ricky McCann bounces back from the arm injury. 80 innings pitched, just dominating. 270 ERA, 1 whip. He's 5-2. Hits per 9 is up 4. 66 hits in 80 innings. 11 home runs is a bit high, but been pitching great. His brother Kevin, he had an ERA up around 11 at one point, so he's working it back down. His whip is under 2 now. And yeah, not giving up home runs, but 86 hits and 55 innings is nothing to write home about. Shane Drohan sent him down to the minors, pitching well. Gotta like that. It's a 1.50 ERA after having a 6.92 in the majors. Bullpen side, Enlo's doing well. Kelly, we moved him back, made him the closer. He's pitching great again. Roberts has always done well. Schnell's getting better. Garrett Lewis, ERA below 2 after we took him out of the closer role. Just let him pitch and set up. So gotta like that. Hopefully that'll increase him. His Case Bryant's still dropping. His home runs and walks are both getting better. So we got a lot of good guys down in the minor leagues. Guys in the majors we brought up are doing well for the most part. The young guys, we just got some holes to fill, like left field, second base, first base. We got to get those knocked down. Third base, we can get that solved. Maybe we can just move Rocha to first base. Catcher is always a thing. So Still work in progress, but hey, we're making a lot of progress because we're 29-32, close to 500, in the playoff hunt still. Even though we're only through 2 months of the season, at least we're not sitting here with 50 losses already. So I'll just keep plugging away on the scouting for the prospects for the draft, show you how our guys are doing on the major league level. I'm going to focus more on the major leagues this year. I will go down and show you stuff in the minors, but I'm not going to show you a lot of gameplay down there at this point. I want to really focus on our major league team and show you how they're progressing and how they're doing well. So if you like the series, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, share it out, and I will catch you next time on the Chicago White Sox Draft Only Franchise.